Everybody, my name is Yosef Aryo Kusumojati. I'm here today to presenting about the public lectures review. I presented a review on public lectures at Pakuan University yesterday related to the assessment entitled Familiarizing ELESP Students with English Language Assessment Applied in Senior High School. Everything know about the assessment. Assessment is a process to obtain information that is used as a basic for many decisions about the students. The importance of the assessment. There are 2 points important for the assessment. The first is provide initial information before learning begins so that teacher can design learning scenarios appropriately. The second is provide feedback for teachers and students to improve the quality of teaching and learning. The assessment principle. The assessment must observe by the following this principle. The first is a valid. In order to be valid, the assessment must be based on data that reflects the ability to be measured. To obtain data can reflect the ability to be measured. Valid instruments must also be used, namely instruments that measure what should be measured. The second is objective. The assessment is not influenced by the subjectivity of the reader. Therefore, it is necessary to formulate an assessment guideline or rubric so that it can equalize the perception of the appraisers and minimize subjectivity, especially in performance appraisals. Whole scope, authenticity, and assessment criteria are very complex. The last is integrated. Assessment by educator is an integral component of learning activities. Assessment of the result by the education unit is the process of collecting data on student achievement in the aspect of knowledge and skills. Effective and meaningful assessment. Effective and meaningful assessment can be seen based on the first is formulate learning targets that will be assessed clearly, firmly, and measurably. The second is ensure that the assessment technique chosen is in accordance with the target. Attitude assessment. Attitude assessment is a unified academic value or learning achievement. Attitude assessment is intended to determine the new achievements for fostering behavior. This assessment is based on the subject of religious education and character. Knowledge assessment. Assessment to measure students' ability in the form of factual, conceptual, procedural, and metacognitive knowledge. Assessment is carried out by various assessment techniques. In addition to knowing whether students have achieved complete learning, it is also to identify student weakness. And this is the table from the knowledge assessment. We see about the writing test here. There are true or false and multiple choice as the example. Oral tests included quiz and question and answer, assignment with structure on a structured call. And the last is observation portfolio. Skill assessment. Assessment to measure the achievements of student competencies based on the competency indicator nomor 4. Requires students to demonstrate skills performed by various techniques. The first is practice, assessment, and portfolio. The instrument used is the rating scale. Knowing about the curriculum assessment. Diagnostic assessment aims to identify the competencies, strengths, weaknesses of students. Educators can perform diagnostic assessment as needed from the first year or the final year. Here's all of my review. Thank you for watching and see you next.